Hi everyone, this is Daniel from EduPros College Admissions Consulting. As you guys know, I'm traveling in the Carolinas, North and South, and one of the main reasons I'm here is because I've always wanted to visit Duke University. Obviously, going back to the basketball glory days, and just the university. Then learning later on that it's a great university. Great law school, medical school, various programs. Son of my friend Vincent here, who's next to me, actually attends, and he went to Pilipos in the LA area. And I wanted to talk to him because I want to kind of get his thoughts and feelings about what it is, like how it is to grow up in LA, Glendale, majority Armenian in that community, and then just taking the risk or the step to apply to a school outside of the state, and I want to get his thoughts on that. So thank you, Vincent.
Thank you
for greeting me here.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful campus. I just saw Vincent, and we started talking, and here we are recording this video. So go ahead, take it away.
Sure. So I'm Vincent. I'm currently a freshman at Duke. I grew up in Los Angeles. I went to Armenian school, Alex Pilipos, and growing up in LA with a huge Armenian community was, of course, great. I felt very nurtured and cared for by my community. But of course, coming to Duke was a huge decision for me that I completely do not regret, but definitely a life-changing experience. Coming to an area where I didn't have my Armenian community, didn't have that same backbone that I did in Los Angeles, was definitely game-changing. Coming to Duke, the decision I made to apply early decision was, of course, huge decision, but I decided to move to the East Coast because I wanted a different experience, a different perspective on things.
Right.
I wanted to come to a place and meet Odars that weren't like me and could share their perspective on things and be just more connected and networked in a community of people who were very driven to succeed and had plans for a great future. And I thought I fit that mold as well. I gave a perspective of being an Armenian from LA that
Right.
there's almost no Armenians here. So, of course, a lot of people consider my perspective unique as well.
Sure.
Coming here, in fact, I've found Armenians who didn't even know that there was one other Armenian student here, and I've been proud to get a group of 25 Armenians here in a group chat, and soon to become an Armenian club.
Right.
And that's something I'm very excited about. It's my passion project to start an Armenian organization here, and my goal in general is to encourage Armenian students encourage Armenian students to come to the East Coast, come to universities where they know that they have a community just like they did back home. I've been proud to start this community to help other Armenians feel welcome, just like I did in LA. And I knew that when I came to Duke, I wasn't gonna have the same community, but I want to share that opportunity for other students who didn't grow up in LA, maybe grew up in places like, I don't know, Florida, or places with smaller Armenian communities that they didn't have that diaspora pocket, you could say. So I've been proud to share that opportunity and that community with other Armenian students here.
That's awesome, Vincent. Right. You've even started to value your own Armenian identity, culture more from being here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask you this question as well. How were the conversations with your parents growing up? Were your parents open to it? Did they push back?
Yeah.
Did you guys negotiate, or were they like, okay, that's fine, wherever you want to go, we're going to support you? How were those conversations?
I think my parents were open to it, and I think that's really, really important. They always they always encourage me to strive for the best, strive for academics, and put academics first above everything. And my parents are always supportive of what I want to do. And when I told them that I was going to early decision to Duke, which is just essentially a binding decision that if I get into the university, I have to go, they were supportive of it because they knew that their parents, in fact, did not let them apply to these schools that they may have wanted to.
Right.
And they realized that they want me to have the opportunity that they never got to have. And that's something I really appreciated. And I'm very appreciative of my parents for allowing me to come to a school like Duke.
That's amazing. Vincent, now Duke obviously is very reputable when it comes to academics. It's NCAA sports, Division I, right?
Yeah.
famous basketball. I grew up watching Duke University basketball.
Yeah.
I think when Christian Laettner was playing at Duke, and
of course.
this is years before you were born.
The game-winning shot.
The game-winning shot, right?
Yep.
Your dad watched it. We all watched it growing up in LA. But tell me a little bit about the university academically. What majors is Duke known for?
Sure.
You know, what is it strong at as far as you know? And a little bit about the social life here.
Yeah, sure. So Duke has five top majors are economics, computer science, psychology, biology, and public policy. Those are the top five. And I feel that students here, a lot of them choose to major in economics. It's very easy to double major here because we have two different schools. So we have Trinity School of Arts and Sciences and we have the Pratt School of Engineering. A lot of people who are in the Trinity School are able to double major. A popular one is computer science and economics. Personally, I'm a public policy major, which is also very popular here. Public policy is essentially just political science, but I guess more applied. Right. We also have a graduate school here called Sanford School of Public Policy, which I found very helpful in getting me connections in the public policy field, on the Hill, in like various like political like think tank jobs and things like that. I think the university is very good and it's like different niches. Economics is very, very strong here. There's a huge economics department that's very, very supportive. There's a big like finance bro culture, you could say here, which is like kids are very interested in going to investment banking, private equity. That's like a huge thing here. Right. Computer science is also very, very big. So yeah, those are popular majors. Pre-med is also popular. I'm on the pre-law track, which is not necessarily really a track, but it's kind of just some formality. Right. Yeah, in terms of social life, I'd say the culture here is extremely work hard, play hard. And that's the one thing I love about Duke. I think out of any university in the country, it does work hard, play hard the best. It has the academic prestige, of course. If you come to Duke and you put it on your resume, it opens so many new doors. The alumni network is extremely strong. I found the opportunity that like when I cold email alumni, they are willing to respond and willing to support me. So that's something that's definitely a pro of Duke.
Sure.
And then you also have the social life. I think that you have, whether you go out or you don't, you have the basketball culture here, and that genuinely unifies the student body.
Right, of course.
You have everybody come to basketball games and pack the student section like sardines. They pack you standing like side by side, and people just share a love for basketball and the sport and just I guess school spirit. And I personally, I never watched college basketball when I was younger. I'm a big hockey fan, and when I came here, I started watching college basketball and knowing all the statistics. My parents were also into it, and that's just something I never thought I'd get into. I was like, oh, it's just basketball school. Sure, everyone says that, but I'm not interested in basketball. But genuinely, when I say everyone, I mean everyone is into basketball here, and it's something that genuinely unifies the students, both outside the classroom by going to the games and inside the classroom. And I feel like Duke is not one of those schools where you have kids ripping out pages from other people's notebooks. Like, you generally have such a collaborative spirit here. And I think that really stems from the school spirit and the sports. And I'd say generally one of the most work hard, play hard schools in the country.
That's wonderful. And what type of numbers do you need to have coming out of high school? What were your grades like? Obviously, I think you need to be almost like a straight A student and have a high SAT or ACT score with a bunch of extracurriculars. But can you just talk about that a little bit?
Sure,
if students are interested in Duke, what is the profile of a typical Duke applicant?
100%. Academics are very important here. So, of course, you want to have a strong resume when you're coming in. One thing that's really important is GPA. I had a very good GPA coming here. I was a straight A student in high school. In terms of SAT, in fact, I didn't take it, and I was a test optional student, and that's one opportunity Duke gives that I guess Ivy League schools don't. Starting, I think last year, this admission cycle, Ivy Leagues are test required now, so they're requiring the SAT or ACT. I didn't take it, and for my year, it wasn't required for those Ivy League schools, but Duke still does not require SAT and ACT scores. And I think I had a very good extracurricular resume in order to bump up my ability to come to this school. I did a lot of political work, like campaign work and like working in like the state senator office, the local city council office. I did that whole thing. I did like a lot of debate extracurriculars as well.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things that were like in my interest and in my field of what I wanted to do. I think Duke really values that. Duke really values that you show that you're really passionate about one thing, and that's something you want to continue doing. I think that in terms of AP scores, I think they're also very important. If you don't have an SAT or ACT score, you're going to want to have an AP score to bump up your ability to be a test-taking student, I guess. I took 12 APs in high school, and I passed all of them. So I think that that's like another important thing, is to have AP scores, have a good GPA, and then of course have a good extracurricular resume in order to show that you're passionate about one thing.
It's wonderful. Well, Vincent, thank you for your time. Good to see you. Good to see Duke. Learn a lot. I love this campus. I already know I'm going to recommend it to students in the LA area or wherever. I think, Vince is, starting something, bringing the community together, the Armenian student body. I think it's very important. Thank you for doing that. Hopefully more students will come here and take advantage of the resources, of the great academics, the sports, the community, and all the networks and everything that's available here for you. So thank you for joining us, and look forward to future episodes of Profiling Universities. Take care. Have a nice day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.